Hello and welcome to Bike Ride Reviews. I'm Scott, and today we're testing Aventon's Pace 4, a 500-watt cruiser e-bike designed for casual riding. With this bike, Aventon promises a comfortable ride, customizable assist, and smart technology to elevate all of your weekend rides. But does the Pace 4 live up to this promise? Today, I'm going to show you exactly what the Pace 4 offers. We'll cover unboxing, assembly, and the standout components and features. Then I'll take you on a real-world test ride before summing it all up with our pros and cons and the test results. So let's get into it. The Pace 4 arrives well packed, and one of the first things I noticed was the quick release tabs for opening the box. This makes it much easier to get the bike out, as you don't have to lift it up and out of the box, like you do with typical bike boxes. The bike comes with all the tools and information you need for assembly, including a printed manual and online assembly videos. The assembly guide and user manual are clear and well organized. Aventon also provides handy extras, like grease and a spare derailleur hanger. To assemble the bike, you align and install the stem and handlebars, front wheel, and headlight. Next, you check all the wiring connections and fastener torques. After assembly, you link the bike to the Aventon app for additional features and to register the warranty. So what is the Pace 4? Well, Aventon calls this bike a next-gen cruiser, designed for getting around town and exploring on two wheels. It has a rigid aluminum step-through frame that's available in 3 colors and 2 sizes, regular and large. The regular should fit riders from 4'11 to 5'7, and the large from 5'7 to 6'1. The bike weighs 58.2 pounds, and it can carry 300 pounds. The Pace 4's clean lines and high-quality finish give it a more refined look than many of the other beefy e-bikes that are flooding the market. The e-bike ships as Class 2, with the option to unlock Class 3. It has a light-duty 36-volt electrical system that includes a 500-watt 60 Nm rear hub motor and a 20 amp-hour or 733 watt-hour battery. Aventon has standardized this battery across its current lineup, so you can swap chargers and batteries between the Pace 4, Adventure 3, and Level 3. The Pace 4 can reach 20 miles per hour using the thumb throttle. The 3 levels of pedal assist are modulated by switchable torque and cadence sensors. You can set the pedal assist top speed to 20 miles per hour or 28 miles per hour. The integrated display and control panel sits on the left side of the handlebars. The display is unobtrusive, but it's bright and easy to see. The Pace 4 is packed with tech features, and the controls are clearly explained in the user manual, which I'll link to in the video description below. As with all of Aventon's recent models, the e-bike controls are the typical 5-button arrangement. In the display, clear item descriptions and on-screen prompts make the settings menu easy to use. The Pace 4 is certified to meet the UL 2849 standard, and the battery pack is certified for UL 2271. When it comes to weather protection, the bike has an IPX5 rating for water resistance, and the components are rated IPX6. These certifications provide peace of mind about the bike's safety when you're out riding in the rain. The Pace 4's wheels have nutted axles, 27.5-inch aluminum rims, and 2.1-inch tires, with a smooth city tread. The 8-speed drivetrain includes a 48-tooth chainring and 12 to 32-tooth cassette, a Shimano trigger shifter, and an Altus derailleur. The brakes are Tektro hydraulic discs, with motor cutoff and 180mm rotors. The Pace 4 comes with a 720mm BMX-style handlebar, with lock-on ergonomic grips. The Aventon Comfort saddle sits on a 50mm suspension post, providing some cushion. As far as accessories are concerned, Aventon only includes front and rear lights, as well as a kickstand. The tail lights are built into the seat stays, and they include turn signals and brake activation. The Pace 4 has lots of features for customizing performance and preventing theft. Some of my favorites include Ride Tune, which allows you to tune the max torque output, assistance level, and pedal response in each pedal assist level. And Aventon provides graphs which show how the adjustments affect performance and range in real time as you change the settings. Switchable sensor modes. Using the Aventon app, you can switch between cadence and torque sensors, depending on your preferred riding style. Aventon has included 2 anti-theft features: an optional password to prevent unauthorized use of the display, and an integrated lock that immobilizes the rear wheel when parked. Both features can be accessed through the display or app. Boost mode. Boost is activated by pressing the up button while you're in turbo mode. This provides up to 120% of the motor's torque value for a maximum of 30 seconds. Unfortunately, this can only be used once every 5 minutes. IoT services. IoT service is an optional feature from Aventon that connects the bike to a 4G network to provide additional features. Aventon provides this service for free for the first year, after which it costs $20 per year. The package includes remote lock and unlock, GPS tracking, and unusual activity detection modes that sound the alarm and alert you via your phone if the bike is tampered with.
Here we are out for a ride with the Aventon Pace 4. The first thing that I notice when I walk up to this bike is that it's a good looking bike. It's got good curb appeal.
Now, I'm 6 feet tall, and with the saddle near its highest setting, I found the bike a good fit.
That tracks pretty well with the 6'1" total height range that Aventon has claimed.
If you've ridden an e-bike before, you should find the controls intuitive. The display is bright, the icons and the buttons are easily understood, and the menu items have sensible names and descriptions. Basically, everything works smoothly.
Under motor power, the bike is surprisingly agile and quick. And I've found that the torque sensor is very well tuned and responsive. I also enjoyed the cadence sensor. It's nice to be able to swap back and forth between the two, and it really gives you the choice of exactly how you want your bike to respond to pedal input. The 3 levels of pedal assist give you a nice mix of assistance.
In turbo mode, acceleration is strong, and the bike climbs any hill you're likely to encounter on a casual ride. Eco mode is slow and steady, providing great range. And sport mode is a nice middle point between the two.
It's also important to remember that you can tune the response of all 3 pedal assist levels using Ride Tune.
The Pace 4's responsive handling and relatively narrow 2.1-inch tires mean it corners and descends well.
Really makes the bike very agile and fun to move around. I've really enjoyed the way that this bike rides.
The bike is surprisingly comfortable over light bumps and gravel paths.
Here I'm turning onto a dirt path that has some pretty good bumps. And actually, despite the rigid frame, it's quite comfortable to ride, especially because of that 50mm seat post, which is really ironing out the worst of these bumps that I'm experiencing.
Obviously, the fast-rolling city tread doesn't provide tons of grip on loose surfaces. But if you ride appropriately, the Pace 4 is a delight, even away from smooth roads.
Sure, it's still a rigid frame, and you can definitely feel it, but it's really not that bad. And I'm honestly surprised by how good this bike does on these kind of forest paths. I've comfortably ridden a lot of recreational terrain, including pavement, gravel paths, and these dirt paths. It's quite a capable little bike, and it's exactly what I'd be looking for if I was looking for a recreational ride to ride around the neighborhood, take out on trails on the weekend, and just enjoy riding a bike. So that's what it's like to ride the Pace 4. Now let's talk about what my pros and cons would be for this bike.
My first pro for the bike is the quality. From paint to performance, the Pace 4 is a great example of what you should expect when you're buying an e-bike. It's easy to set up and a pleasure to ride. The excellent user experience, solid feel, and reasonable price are a winning combination. My second pro is the range. The Pace 4 and its 36-volt 20-amp-hour battery performed really well in the range tests, managing 45 miles in turbo mode and 54 miles in sport. The Pace 4 easily outperformed the other e-bikes in our tests. The onboard range estimate proved reliable, and actually underestimated battery range by a few miles, which is a really nice safety net to have. The third pro are those high-tech features. The solid feature set and customization options make it easy to tune the bike to your riding style. I appreciate the ability to switch between torque and cadence sensors, and to configure the bike for any e-bike class. The optional geofencing, password protection, and wheel lock provide extra peace of mind when you lock the bike outside. And even with a bike as well built as this, there's still bound to be something wrong with it. My con for this bike is the charge port position. Given how well thought out the rest of this bike is, it seems a bit odd that Aventon positions the charge port right down near the bottom of the battery. It's a bit of a pain to reach, and it exposes the charge port to crud and water thrown up by the front tire, which is made worse by this bike's lack of fenders. There is a rubber cap, but you have to open it to charge the battery, and if you were to forget to close the cap after charging, you could easily end up with water and dirt inside the charge port. The Pace 4 was tested using the stock pedal assist tuning, and with the speed limit set at 20 miles per hour. For hill climb and acceleration tests, we normally test the bikes using the highest pedal assist level. But with this Aventon, riders can also use boost for short spurts. Therefore, I ran the tests twice, once in just turbo, and once in turbo with boost mode activated for the steepest part of the hill. I was very surprised to find that the Pace 4 took longer to climb the hill when I used boost mode. Even though I could feel the extra torque in boost mode, it seems like the transitions between turbo and boost modes actually slowed the bike down a little bit during the overall length of the hill. The Pace 4 is billed as a laid-back cruiser for recreational riding. And up our first hill, which is 0.99 miles long and rises 79 feet, it certainly took a relaxed approach. The Himaway A7 scurried up the hill in 2 minutes and 54 seconds, with the Lectric XP4 500 watt and Velotric Discover 1 Plus close behind, with times of 3:02 and 3:03 respectively. The Pace 4 needed 3 minutes and 13 seconds to finish, and its stablemate, Aventon's Level 2, slouched along in 3 minutes and 33 seconds. With boost mode deployed in the second run, the Pace 4 took an extra 4 seconds to complete the same hill. After its lackluster performance in the small hill climb, I was shocked to see the Pace 4 come second in the medium elevation test, climbing 226 feet over 0.64 miles in 2 minutes and 34 seconds, using just turbo mode. That left it 6 seconds behind the XP4, but 5 seconds ahead of the Himaway A7 and Velotric Discover 1 Plus, and an impressive 13 seconds in front of the Level 2. Once again, using boost mode added 4 seconds to the bike's time. The acceleration tests brought more pleasant surprises from the Pace 4. Using just the throttle, the bike pulled away more slowly, taking 10 seconds to get from 0 to 20 in turbo mode, and boost only shaved 1 second off this time. Using pedal assist, however, the Pace 4 is much peppier, with the bike accelerating to 20 miles per hour in just 6 seconds in turbo mode. And again, boost mode cut 1 second off. The Pace 4 might not be the fastest, but it can cruise all day, with great battery range in all pedal assist levels. Using the highest level, I traveled 45.24 miles and climbed 1,467 feet. This beat the Himaway A7 by 6 miles. The other test bikes traveled between 11 and 15 miles less when using their maximum pedal assist settings. And the commendable results continued when testing pedal assist sport, the second of the Pace 4's 3 assist levels. I traveled 54.8 miles in this test. That's a huge distance. That included 1,690 feet of elevation gain. And it's a fantastic result for any e-bike. Again, the closest competitor was the Himaway A7, which managed 45.77 miles, meaning the Aventon's range was 20% better than the Himaway's in this test. The Pace 4 stopped from 20 miles per hour in a respectable 18 feet. That's about average for the e-bikes that we've tested. and matches or betters the comparison bikes here. In particular, it beat the Himaway A7 by 5 feet. So how does that all stack up? I found the Aventon Pace 4 to be a well-executed electric cruiser that delivers on its promises. This is a thoughtfully designed bike with impressive attention to detail and what appears to be solid build quality, at least based on our short-term testing. The comfortable, relaxed ride makes casual jaunts and weekend adventures a breeze. But what really sets the Pace 4 apart is its performance and customizability at this price point. Being able to swap between torque and cadence sensors, adjust pedal assist levels through RideTune, and set the speed limit for Class 2 or Class 3 gives you great control over your riding experience. The security features also add extra peace of mind when you're parking the bike outside. The Pace 4 accelerates quickly, easily overcomes steep hills, and it handles light off-road terrain with confidence. The battery also delivers exceptional range, showing that you can enjoy long rides on this bike without any range anxiety. Overall, at this price point, the Pace 4 offers exceptional value. And it's pretty rare that my only complaints are over minor details. So if you're looking for a comfortable, feature-packed cruiser for daily rides and weekend adventures, the Aventon Pace 4 deserves serious consideration. What do you think of the Pace 4? Are you excited about the features and excellent range? Or are you looking for something a little less casual for your commute or getaway? Let me know in the comments. And if you're still shopping, BikeRide.com is a great place to continue your search. We have hundreds of bike reviews and best bike lists to help narrow things down. You can check out cycling events near you or polish your maintenance skills with our repair guides. Plus, if you're looking for more information and discussions, check out our forums, where cyclists around the world talk about everything to do with bicycles. I'm Scott, and it's been a pleasure showing off the new Aventon Pace 4. I'll be back soon with another review, and I hope that you'll join me. Thanks for watching.